And we're live. Welcome to the Analog Toys Incredible Hulk live stream. Got my Incredible Hulk t-shirt on. A lot of people in the house already. Kieran Ball, Tim Hayes, Scuba Pete, Dr. X, Mr. Bustoff B, Sontaran Bar, yes. Michael Schaefer, how you doing? We got a fun show for you today, guys. I've really been looking forward to this because, as you can see from the table, I'm somewhat of an Incredible Hulk fan. You know, I grew up with the Bill Bixby TV show, and I wouldn't necessarily say that the Incredible Hulk is my favorite superhero today, but he certainly was my favorite superhero throughout my childhood. Matt Ludi, how you doing? Alan Dawson. Now, before we get into the show, some of you, or quite a few of you, should remember that. I'm trying to think how long ago now. I was trying to stream live streams in 1080p high definition, and it was a disaster every time. Well, not a disaster, but we would basically go for about 45 minutes, and then the stream would start to get really, really jumpy. And at the time, I was using software called OBS. Well, after the interview I did yesterday with Bobby Valor from Valorverse Action Force, I used StreamYard for that, and I quite liked the platform. And Gojatron says, loves the green on black background. Yeah, I actually set all this up yesterday on the sort of off-white background I have to my left, and it didn't look right. You know, this box didn't stand out, and changed to the black background. I think it looks a lot better. So I had a lot of issues with OBS. We could only sort of stream for about 40 minutes and the picture would start jumping. I really liked the StreamYard platform from yesterday, but the basic StreamYard platform does not allow you to stream in HD. So I've paid for a monthly subscription, which is like about $50 a month for the professional package. That's like 35 US. I did a few tests last night. It seemed to work really, really well. So barring any picture glitches later on in the stream, this is what we will, this is how we'll stream moving forward. I hope the picture and sound looks good. The other thing with StreamYard is I can do things like this. I can pop Michael Schaefer's comment up on the screen. So when I'm talking to a comment, I really like that about StreamYard. I can also share other pictures with you, like this. It's a pretty cool platform. So all going well, StreamYard will be the way of the future. But if the picture does start to jump later on, please let me know. I'm only going to try this the one time. If it fails, we're going back to streaming through the phone like I have been the last few months. The issue with the phone, obviously, is I can't share your comments on the screen. I have to get up to turn it off and turn it on and things like that. So now I've got all of that out of the way. Oh, damn. So we've already got Damon Wheeler here saying that just letting you know the screen is jumping on your video. Salvador, thank you very much for the super chat. He says, I really like StreamYard. You can take pictures, a ticker at the bottom, all sorts of stuff. Can't stay in the chat long, but I'll be listening. Oh, mate, thanks for jumping on, Sal. Thanks for the super chat. All right, everyone's saying it's all good. Maybe that was just Damon, but Damon's now jumped on and said that his screen has stopped jumping now. So while I've got Damon's comment up here, I would he wrote a comment on a YouTube video last night, and has asked me to do a shout out to his son, Bobby Wheeler. So, Bobby, if you're watching along, mate, pleasure to have you here, and glad you like the channel, mate. We've got a super chat here from Boba Hicks. He says, cheers for asking Bobby about the RoboSkull. Watched the interview earlier. Great stuff. Thanks very much, Boba Hicks. Also, prior to that live stream with Bobby, he had written a very nice letter to Bob Breakin, the original designer and manager of the Action Force brand at Palatoy. He'd written Bob this letter, which he asked me to forward on, which I did. Bob's had a very busy Christmas and New Year period, but I spoke with him yesterday and he hadn't had a chance to respond yet. But when he did get back to me, he said, I'd like to respond in person. So I have now, it really, really pleases me that I have put the original Action Force designer in touch via email with the new designer. I don't want to be the middleman. I want them to be able to speak to each other. So that's fantastic news. And I think it's going to be really, really good for the Action Force brand, the new brand. Sontaran says, I've only been watching Analog Toys for a few weeks, but now I'm a fan. No, it was the last live stream. I do like StreamYard. This is going well. But yes, George Aitken, I completely agree. He says Action Force deserves a second run. It absolutely does, and I'm really looking forward to what's coming out. I've got to get myself a Bone Collector and a Condor figure. Very, very exciting. Nyquist75 says, did you see Pumping Iron with Lou Ferrigno? I watched Pumping Iron, but a long, long time ago. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that in years. That docu. My memories are that I really enjoyed it, but yeah, I haven't watched it in years. I don't remember it that much. Mr. Bustoff B says, when will there be a new video? I'm not too sure, Mr. Bustoff B. Beyond a live stream, within the next 2 weeks, I would say. I'm currently collaborating on a script with Retro Blasting and 2 Cents Toys. Collaborating on a script for Star Wars Follies. Michael's he's written the bulk of the script. I've got a lot of work to do. I started to work on that script yesterday and ended up going down a rabbit hole trying to figure out why the TIE Fighter in The Force Awakens is a 2-seater when none of the others are. And it scrambled my brain and I never got any script written. But after this live stream, it's 7:10 in the morning here. I'm going to sit at the computer and I'm going to hammer out my parts of the script and then sort of send it back to Michael. And but I think that video is going to be a way off yet because we're trying to get a number of other people to collaborate with us. So it always takes a bit of time getting each person, once we have a script locked in, then each person's got to record their parts and get it all edited together. Beyond that, I'm potentially, I really want to kick off 2021 with a big video. I'm trying to, I've got two main options at the moment, and I'm trying to decide which of the two I'm going to do. But I haven't even started script writing, so they will be a way off as well. So apologies, Mr. Bustoff B, but I kind of took a bit of a break over Christmas, and I'm still somewhat taking a break. I don't want to launch straight into a video every single week like I was doing last year, or certainly for the second half of the year. Junitator says, what's the worst toy that you own? Megatron. My Transformers Megatron. I'm not a fan of Transformer toys. Noel Gillett says, Tony, did you have a Nintendo Game Boy? The Hulk has green skin and the Game Boy has a green screen. So no, I never had a Nintendo Game Boy. I'm not much of a gamer, to be honest. I never had a Game Boy. Probably only ever played a Game Boy once or twice. Alan Dawson, I completely agree. The TIE Fighter is a two-seater because that's what the plot requires. Yeah. That's J.J. Abrams writing for you. Black Chandelier Mirage. It's a good day when Analog Toys is live streaming in the morning when I'm awake, that is. Black Chandelier Mirage, where are you located? Because it's the morning for me. I know it's like afternoon, evening for a lot of you guys. Liar Convoys, good to see you, Thomas. What's wrong? Don't like Megatron's trigger PP? No, I just don't like his robot mode. That's part of it. That's part. I don't like his the trigger PP or where the barrel sticks out. But just, yeah, in gun mode, fantastic toy. It should have just been a James Bond toy or something. You know, Man from Uncle toy, which I think that's where it originally came from in Japan as a Man from Uncle toy. Gun mode was brilliant. You turn him into robot mode, and he just looked like a dork. I could say something a bit more colourful, but Imperial Holocron is saying, have to watch the replay later, but wanted to drop in and say hello. Video sounds solid here in the US, so thumbs up on the new software. Awesome. That's really good to know. Yeah, I mean, even with OBS, it would stream really well, but only for about 45 minutes or so. I mean, in addition to that, we've had a bit of an internet upgrade at the house. We had some internet issues kind of back in, I think, like November time, and we actually had a lot of internet problems for around 2 weeks. And when we could finally get the internet provider to come to the house rather than trying to fix everything remotely, they fixed it, and it's been better than ever. So have we got any Incredible Hulk questions here? We do, actually. We've got one from Gojatron. Tony, have you ever seen the photos of Bridget Nielsen as She-Hulk for a cancelled film project? It looked bad. No, I've never seen those photos, Gojatron. I can understand why. I don't know when that was from. You know, back in the 80s, I can understand that Bridget Nielsen was probably the casting director's first choice for a character like She-Hulk. But I'll be interested to see what the new Marvel TV series looks like. Not that I'm going to go on Disney Plus for that. I joined Disney Plus for about a month to binge watch Mandalorian season 2, and then I've got rid of it again. No, Gillette. Gillette. Tony, I'm a big fan of your videos. I'm only 9 years old and I have 3 Action Man figures. That's awesome, Noel. Big shout out to you, and I hope your collection grows far beyond just 3 Action Man figures. Liar Convoy reviews. Am I reading the current Immortal Hulk comic line? No, I don't. To be honest, I don't read a lot of comics. I haven't really since childhood. Gary's Action Man channel says, was there ever a Bruce Banner action figure? There certainly is today. I'm assuming you're asking, you know, like back when we were kids. Well, for me growing up, one of my favorite toys outside of Action Man was this 12-inch Incredible Hulk, because I absolutely adored the Bill Bixby TV show. So my favorite Action Man became David Banner, and he would transform into this Hulk. And actually, I can remember playing in the living room and almost doing the Hulk outs, as they called them in the TV show. You know, in my play scenarios on the living room floor, it was done exactly the same way that they did it in the TV, or would often do it in the TV show. You know, my Action Man would get knocked down behind a Jeep, and then up would appear the Incredible Hulk instead of him. So I was even using those kind of story tricks in my own mind in my play scenarios when I was young. Where did that comment go? The chat's going fast, quick today. What is your favorite modern Hulk figure? Mine is Marvel Select Savage Hulk. Well, I don't collect a lot of modern stuff. I do have this. This isn't even really a collector's toy. This is a cheap kid's toy. But one that I was very, very interested in getting, was it last year or the year before, the 80th anniversary of Marvel? And Marvel Legends did a series of the 6-inch Avengers figures. There was Thor, Captain America, Iron Man, like in single pack. I believe based on Neil Adams' art. And then there was a 2-pack of the Incredible Hulk and Wolverine. And I'm still kicking myself to this day that I did not pick up those 80th anniversary set. I really love those. They're still around on eBay, but so I think that 2-pack's quite pricey. The individual figures you can probably get a bit easier, but Matt Looney says, Tony, did you like the Hulk episodes such as Prometheus or the one where he fights Evil Hulk? I'm not too keen on the one where he fights Evil Hulk. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. I really did enjoy Prometheus. One of the things with that TV show, aside from the fact that I think Bill Bixby is a wonderful actor, a very, very talented actor who the world very sadly lost far too. And the guy had a really tragic life. He had a lot of family tragedy in his lifetime, and we lost him far too young. But he was a wonderful actor. But combined with, I just remember as a child, the end of each episode where he would go walking off, this tortured man on this unending quest to find a cure for his condition, and he would walk off at the end of the episode, and there was that solemn, somber piano music. It would just now. I'm getting chills thinking about it. Gary's Action Man channel, was the 12-inch Mego Hulk released by Palatoy or direct release by Mego in the UK? It was released by, I can't remember. Palatoy did release a lot of the 6-inch stuff, but by the time this figure came around, that might have changed, Gary. I will get back to you because I'll go have a look through the Palatoy trade catalog. I don't believe so. May have been Denny's Fisher. I'm not sure. I can't answer that, but I would like to find out. So. I can't keep up with this chat at the moment. Yes, Kieran Ball says Bill Bixby was also great in My Favorite Martian and The Magician. Yeah, he was a really, really terrific actor and really elevated. I mean, that was good source material anyway. I'm talking about the scripts for the TV show. It was really good writing anyway. But yeah, his performance as David Banner really elevated that property. It wasn't a comic book TV show. It was a serious drama. Yeah, Stuart Nader. He thinks Edward Norton was a good Hulk. I thought Edward Norton was not a bad Hulk. I do like Mark Ruffalo's performance as David Banner. Bruce Banner. George Aitken, don't remind me of these. Did you watch the TV movies where they introduced Thor and Daredevil? A long time ago, man. A long time ago. I believe that was the screen debut of both characters. Here's a good question, Black Chandelier Mirage. Is there a specific height you always expect when it comes to Hulk figures? Not exactly. I made a video a while back about Mego's Avengers, and obviously in the Mego range of World's Greatest Superheroes, they were 8-inch action figures, including this guy here, who's actually not 8 inches. He's about 7, and he stands smaller. It looks like an angry little dwarf. So my preference has always been to display the 8-inch Iron Man, Captain America, all of those guys with the 12-inch Incredible Hulk. That's the way because, yeah, the stature suits it far better. John Kenny says Richard Kiel, who played Jaws in the Roger Moore James Bond films, was the original actor for Hulk, but dropped out because of physically being different, and the contacts didn't suit his eyes. Yeah, he did. I don't know how much they actually shot with Richard Kiel. They did shoot some footage with him, and they decided despite the fact that he was incredibly tall, he was 7 foot something, he didn't have the physical bulk that they were looking for the character. Keith Knight, great question. So it's the whole David or Bruce thing. Which was first and why the difference? Well, originally, the character was called Dr. Bruce Banner in the comic books. There is a number of stories floating around, one of which I'm not going to share. It's probably a bit politically incorrect. But basically, the politically correct story that the TV producers have gone with is that they didn't like the trend in comic books of where a lot of characters were named with the same initials for the first and last name. As an example, Peter Parker, Pepper Potts, Reed Richards, Lois Lane, Bruce Banner. So they decided to change that. There is an episode where he visits his own grave in the TV show, and Bruce is his middle name, so David Bruce Banner. So they say that's why. Night of Ren, good to see you. Liar Convoy reviews. Why do you think they can't seem to pull off a good solo film with Hulk? I think because I haven't thought about this before, so this is off the top of my head, Thomas. I think because people do have a lot of fond memories of the TV show, and the TV show really wasn't that faithful to the source material. And it kind of created a whole new Hulk mythology. And no, I'm not going to blame it on that. I think the Ang Lee movie was just out and out boring. I didn't think The Incredible Hulk was that bad of a film. I thought Tim Roth was horribly miscast. He didn't look like this, special forces soldier character he was supposed to play. But I thought that was a good film. I think that the Hulk character probably plays better when he's playing off another Marvel character. Like I loved him in I was going to say Thor: Love and Thunder. Then that film hasn't even come out yet. Ragnarok. I loved him in Ragnarok. Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe the property of the Incredible Hulk may be better suited to a TV show than a standalone movie. This kind of ongoing struggle of Bruce Banner trying to cure himself. So let's take a look at some of the toys. As I've said, I'm a huge fan of the Hulk. I like Mego stuff, but there is a reason why I've got, I mean, 3 of the smaller Hulks here: a loose one, a boxed one, a carded one. Both the boxed and carded versions have an arm broken off. There was something about the way Mego manufactured this particular figure that made the joints very, very weak, and they would actually even break off in the packaging. And I believe this one's got a busted knee that I've had to repair. Not the same issue with the 12-inch version. The 12-inch version, I mean, I have fond memories of seeing this in a toy shop, asking my parents for it, getting it for a birthday or Christmas, which is why I was talking to Bobby yesterday about this. Around 2010, 2011, when I brought out the Action Man documentary, I didn't stop collecting Action Man, but up until that point, that's all I'd ever collected. And that's when in 2010, when I branched out and decided I was going to start collecting $6 Million Man and Mego and all this other stuff. And this is one of the first items, non-Action Man items I picked up, was this boxed Incredible Hulk. I just love the artwork on this. Look at that. As originally sold, he also wears like a white ripped up lab coat in there. I picked this one up a number of years ago without the lab coat, but it doesn't bother me because when I was a child, I don't remember him having a lab coat. I must have lost it very early on, and he was always kind of running around in his purple elasticated pants that for some reason never rip off. Damon Wheeler, if I had an action figure made of myself, what name would you give yourself and why? I would be codenamed Dusk Fox, and the reason for that is when I joined the Action Force Collectors Club back in 1987, and I got that fold-out vinyl wallet of the Collectors Club. Every kid in England who joined that was issued a code name, and mine was Dusk Fox. Dusk as in not dust like with a duster. Dusk as in dusk and dawn. Dusk Fox. Kyle says, Tony, I'm green with envy. Uncle D, do you have the vintage Rage Cage Hulk? It's one of my favorites. I don't, but funnily enough, I came prepared because I thought someone might mention this. Share screen. Here we go. This is the vintage Hulk Rage Cage that sorry, who asked that question? That went past really quick. Uncle D. This is a vintage Hulk Rage Cage. I was bidding on one of these on eBay Australia about 5 years ago, and it went over about 450 Australian. The box was in better condition than the one in this photo. The toy it wasn't sealed. The toy had been taken out, but it was complete with a nice box. I think the toy went for over $450, and I think I tapped out at around $400. But it is a piece that I would very much like to add to my Incredible Hulk collection. Aaron Nicemonger, it's Dusk Fox. I will write it in the chat for you. Like that. Yeah, Scuba Pete, Hulk Smash bank account for this. That's right. Another toy that I remember having as a child. I'm not really into many die-cast vehicles. I have a few in the collection. I'm not really big into die-cast cars. But if there is one vintage one that I would like to collect, it would definitely be this one here. I had this when I was a kid, and I absolutely loved it. You can actually take the Incredible Hulk figure out of it, out of the back of the Corgi truck, where he's sort of smashing through the cage there. That's another piece I would like to add. I would like to add that to the collection minting box. I don't know what they go for. King Eric, the greatest of all, says, Tony, did you get any toys for Christmas? Yeah, well, on the Christmas Eve live stream, I got a fantastic donation from Wesley Hendricks of a G.I. Joe code talker, Navajo code talker. But then actually for Christmas Day, the wife got me a 1-to-1 scale Black Series prop replica of a Stormtrooper helmet. And I got a bit drunk on Christmas Day, and I was walking around in the afternoon, all afternoon wearing a Stormtrooper helmet. And I thought it was funny. Grace didn't think it was funny. And then I went to Perth a couple of days later to visit family. So we had like a second Christmas lunch on the Monday after Christmas with the rest of the family. And my brother gave me a G.I. Joe classified 6-inch Destro. He obviously doesn't watch my videos. Oh, Keith. Showing the wrong comment there. These comments go past pretty quick in here. Keith Knight says, diecast vehicles is my main collection thing. Leave that one with me. Keith, if you can find me a nice one at a good price, I don't want a donation. Let me know. I want to purchase it for my Hulk collection. Another kind of quite interesting toy, but not one that I want to add to my collection. Actually, I think this, yeah. I possibly would add this to my collection. The Incredible Hulk head by Durham Industries. It's basically a combination of like a plastic Mr. Potato Head toy turned into the Incredible Hulk. It's just a weird, bizarre toy, and yeah, that'd be pretty cool. If I came across that, I wouldn't break the budget to add that to collection, but I do like that. Black Chandelier Mirage. He said, I'll take that Destro. Getting classified figures is like fishing for salmon. Well, Australia gets everything a little bit later than everybody else. But I went to my local Toymate where I picked up the 12-inch. Toymate used to be Toys R Us in Australia. It's now Toymate, but it's a big, big department store like the old Toys R Us used to be. So I actually went in there a couple of times during my week-long visit because it's not that far from where we were staying. So I picked up that 12-inch Marvel Legends Black Panther that the patrons would have seen. I did a exclusive video just for patrons. If you want to see that, you'll have to join us over on Patreon. I think the link's in the description. But yeah, I went in there and they had the entire first wave of G.I. Joe classified. So Snake Eyes, Roadblock, Scarlet, Duke, and Destro in multiples. Like I'm telling you, they had like 10 of each of these figures. And then Pimp Daddy Destro, or Profit Director Destro, as they've called him, they must have had 30 or 40 of those. And they were on sale for $9 each. And even for $9, I didn't want to add that to the collection. I prefer the traditional Destro. And actually, although I'm not collecting G.I. Joe classifieds, if my brother was going to get me any of them of the first wave, I'm glad it was Destro, because if he had got me Roadblock or Scarlet, I probably would have hit him in the head with them. Excuse me, sorry, don't mean to check my messages on the live stream. That's pretty rude. Kieran Ball says, Hulk issue 180 is Wolverine's first appearance. Yeah, which is why I believe they put the Hulk and Wolverine in that 80th anniversary Marvel Legends 2-pack. Quite a valuable comic if you can get hold of it. Yeah, and Antonio Viscotis You'll have an easier time catching salmon, much easier than getting classified figs. Yeah. So as I said, the distribution here in Australia, we're getting things much later than the States. You know, I don't know if it's shipped by boat instead of plane. I imagine it comes by boat, which is why we get it a lot later. But doesn't seem to have the same popularity here in Australia. There isn't the G.I. Joe collecting community in Australia is nowhere near that of the States, and obviously in the UK with it being Action Force. So whatever is trickling over here, when it's getting here, it's not difficult to get. It's actually very, very easy to get. And I feel really bad for you guys in the States because seems as though they've got crates of profit-directed destros over here that they just can't get rid of, and you guys over there can't get them. Hasbro's distribution just sucks, man. Wesco White, thank you very much for the super chat. Do you remember the Mego diecast Hulk action figure? It was pretty great. I was predicting that this may come up in the chat, so I am prepared once again. So this is what Wesco's talking about. I don't remember this from childhood. I'm certainly aware of it now. I've actually got the. I'm trying to think how many of these Mego made, these die-cast figures. These are about 5 inches tall. They're a bit smaller than the plastic Megos, but they're all die-cast. I believe they did Batman, Hulk, Spider-Man, and Superman. I actually have Superman mint in box, one of my favorite Superman pieces in the collection. I would obviously love to add this to the collection as well, the die-cast metal Incredible Hulk. Black Chandelier Mirage says, I think Brunei and Australia is pretty similar when it comes to the figure community. Same prices and interests and also awful distribution. Is that where you're based, Black Chandelier Mirage, in Brunei? You talked about it being morning where you are as well. Sorry, you've probably said it in the chat, but it's going past so quick I can't keep up with it all. James Justice says he wishes he had that Hulk you showed in the white box. Yeah, I mean, getting these box, and particularly in really nice condition like this with the side flap, it's got no crease or bend in it. This is a very, very nice box. But getting these loose, these turn up all the time, and they're not. They don't go for big bucks when they do turn up. So have a look around on eBay. 12-inch Mego Incredible Hulk. They're not that expensive. Particularly if you're not concerned about the white lab coat either. GeForce Racing 20. Don't make me think about my house being on fire because I'll end up having nightmares tonight. But I'll still answer your question. What is the first toy I would rescue? If possible, like obviously the first thing would be getting the wife, son, and pets out of the house. That would always come before the toys. You know, at the end of the day, these are just toys, folks. But if I was able to rescue a toy, it would definitely be the prototype Action Force SAS figures that were gifted to me by Bob Breakin. I'll just kind of scoop up that shelf where I've got the resin prototype of the figure, the metal prototype, and the carded figure. I'll just scoop up that shelf and run out of the burning building. But yeah, but I don't really want to think about my collection burning down. Okay. All right. It's perfectly clarified now. So Black Chandelier Mirage, she said many times in the live stream that I live in Brunei. That's also I went to Brunei with the British Army. I did jungle warfare training in Brunei. I was out there for about 6 weeks. Incredibly humid country, man. But a beautiful jungle. Very, very difficult environment to operate in, but a beautiful place. Beautiful. Matt Looney, very tactful, Tony. I'm being honest, man. GeForce Racing 20 is saying that was just an analogy to see what your favorite toy would be. Well, my favorite toy, that's a different thing. But the fact that a prototype is a one of a kind, and the fact that it was gifted to me, these things are incredibly valuable. It's not something I would ever sell. I don't look at it for the monetary value. I look at it for its place in toy history, and the fact that Bob gifted that to me was, to me, if I want to call in any way toy collecting or analog toys or whatever. So let's say I looked at analog toys as somewhat of a part-time career. That will forever be the highlight of the career of this channel, would be Bob Breakin donating those incredible prototypes to the channel. So my favorite toy, it'd be a hard one, man. It would be one of my Action Man figures for sure. Definitely one of my Action Man figures. Matt Ludi says, Tony, I wear a hearing aid, so I sympathise with Lou Ferrigno as he was hard of hearing too. Yeah, and there was an awesome episode where they actually got Lou Ferrigno a speaking part where he played he played a bodybuilder who in the show was hard of hearing, who was working as like a kitchen hand, and really fantastic episode. I'm really pleased that the producers gave Lou Ferrigno that opportunity to get out of the green makeup for once and show himself, show his natural self in the TV show. That was fantastic. Michael Schaefer says, great episode. Are you talking about this live stream? No. Yeah, that was a really great episode with Lou Ferrigno being able to play a character other than the Incredible Hulk with all the makeup and the wig and everything like that. It must have been very nice for him. We've got a couple of mystery boxes here today. Got one from, we're going to open them just yet, but we've got one from Alistair Leslie and a big box from George Aitken. So we'll get onto the boxes soon. But while we're speaking of Lou, is it Ferrigno? I've always said Ferrigno. Actually, no, for a long time I said Ferrigno, but there's the man himself. That's iconic TV right there. Just iconic TV for me. Retro Blasting in the house says, huge thanks to Tim Hayes for reminding me this was happening. Thanks, Michael. I am back trying to stream in HD in 1080p, and it's going well. Actually, it's going very well because it's normally around this 45-minute mark when the screen starts jumping, and it's not happening at the moment. So that's awesome. Michael Schaefer saying that you do pronounce the G, so it is Lou Ferrigno. Yep. And Black Chandelier Mirage says, still the best Hulk, no one can come close. So we have some mystery boxes to get through. We got any more Incredible Hulk questions before we move on to the mystery boxes? I'm always a bit, I actually get quite nervous when I get a box from George because you just never, ever know what's going to be in there. I got some people talking about Lou Ferrigno here saying super nice guy in real life. Yeah, everyone says that. I've never had the opportunity to meet the guy, but I would absolutely love to. I would have loved to have got the opportunity to meet Bill Bixby before he passed, but I was still quite young when we lost him. Gojatron says, how do you feel about the Hulk being mute in the show? I think it was a wise choice for what they were trying to make. They were trying to make a serious TV drama, not a comic book show. So I believe it was a good choice in that. And I don't have any issue with the Hulk speaking in Marvel movies and things like that. But I think in that particular interpretation, it was a good choice. Gary's Action Man channel says there was a third actor who played the Hulk in the TV series in the episode Married, the dream sequence in the desert. Yeah, I can't. Are you talking about Evil Hulk? I don't remember his name, but yes. Yes, Kieran Ball. The Hulk's original color was grey. In the comics, he was grey for the first, I don't know how many issues, and then changed him to green. George Aiken. Tony and Michael go green when anti-repro is mentioned. Yeah, and not green with envy, George. Green because we're going to puke. All right. We got 115 people watching. I'm excited about some mystery boxes, so let's get into it. I'm going to move some of this out of the way. Let's sit Hulk over there. Okay, so this box comes from Alistair Leslie in the UK. There's no addresses showing there, is there? I don't care if my address shows, it's just a PO box, but I don't want to show you Alistair's address. We've got peanuts and a letter. It's that time of year when a jolly man in red appears. This is not him. That's a very nice, simple letter. Okay, what is this? It's really neatly packaged. Try not to get peanuts everywhere. So this is not a jolly red man that appears. What could it be? Very, very well wrapped. Looks like an Action Man figure. Oh, whoa! Can you see what this is? No way. This isn't what it is. Damn. Oh my God. It is an Action Man Red Shadow. No way. Man, this thing is awesome. He's got some accessories here. Oh, we've got another letter in here. Yeah, Timothy Ward. Whoa, this is super cool. This is a fully sculpted head. On I don't know if this is yeah, it is an Action Man body. He's got Action Man boots, but this uniform looks like it was tailored from scratch. Like this is not someone taking an Action Man uniform and trying to dye it red. This is manufactured. Holy crap. Okay, we've got it says, sorry is not to scale with your other Red Shadow customs. I hope it is worthy to be part of your collection. AL, Alistair Leslie. Credits, head helmet casting done by Mick Coxey, core outfit by Wolfpack, a few odd bits from eBay, assembly and various modifications by me. I'm telling you, Alistair, this is worthy of the collection. Absolutely. This is beautiful, man. We've got some awesome weaponry here. We've got an AK-70. It looks like a 74, not a 40. Yeah. We've got a black AK-74. An MP-50. A couple of stick grenades that have been repainted. And look at that. We've got some rank insignia for the uniform. Dude, this guy is incredible. Never mind worthy of the collection, Alistair. This is worthy of a video, I think. So whoever I was talking to before said there might not be a video for a while. I think you might get one tomorrow. There might be a video about this. This is amazing. Retro Blasting says, please tell me there's a 12-inch scale bazooka out there somewhere. Yeah, they made a bazooka for Action Man and the 12-inch G.I. Joe. If I've got a spare, I'm painting that sucker black and giving it to this guy. Awesome. This is so cool. Let's give him his AK-74. Super cool. I love it. Can you guys see that? Is it too far out of frame? That's better. I absolutely love it. Werewolf by lunchtime says makes the Hulk look puny. Alan Dawson says, Tony, if you don't have a bazooka, let me know. I have a few here. I'll definitely let you know, Alan. I've got a feeling I've got a spare somewhere, but I haven't been through the spares box in quite some time, so I have to have a look. Okay. We've now got a box from George Aitken. Oh. Let's check there's no addresses on here. I always get nervous with a George Aitken box because the generosity of this guy is just astounding. I mean, who watched the live stream where he gifted Retro Blasting and Action Force headquarters? It's just George. And actually, what time is it? No, I've got 4 minutes yet. I've got to make an announcement in 4 minutes, folks. Oh. I'm scared I'm going to knock that red shadow over. I might have to move the box down here. George, have you done it to me again? You are kidding me. I've wanted this thing for so long. I had this when I was a child. Guys, it's Checkpoint Alpha. I've got to build this. And it's the Action Force one with the Action Force stickers on it. Thank you very much, George. I've wanted to replace this for quite some time. We've got I think we're just missing the antenna, which shouldn't be too difficult to replace. Got the clipboard. When I was a kid, funnily enough, it was the clipboard that I lost. Lost that very, very quickly. I don't know how. That's awesome. Black Chandelier Mirage. You talk about me? So he can make a video of him smashing boxes and I'll still watch it. Oh, George, thank you. That's awesome. And a big bag of skips, which I'm eating one of these right on the show. For you American viewers or anyone who doesn't know what skips are, they are light and melty prawn cocktail crisps, and I love them. And I haven't had them in about 3 years, so I'm going to eat some skips right now. Hi, Tony. George from Glasgow here. By the time you receive this, it might be New Year. So I hope you had a happy Christmas and a happy New Year. I did, and I hope you did as well, George. I've sent some things, something to eat, something to display, and something to read. Your friend, George. Well, thank you very much, George. And I'm just waiting for the clock to tick over to say that it's 8 a.m. here. It's 8 a.m. So everyone out there in the chat, I want you all to wish George Aitken a very, very happy 50th birthday, because he just turned 50 like 30 seconds ago. Happy birthday, George. And thank you for being part of this community, man. So we not only got skips, we've also got frazzles, crispy bacon frazzles. I've got to hide these from my son because he will devour the whole family pack in a couple of hours. That's awesome. King Eric, the greatest of all. Are skips better than Vegemite? Yes, they are. Yes, they are better than Vegemite. What, George? We've got George. No way. So we've got a complete ripcord action figure here. I don't have ripcord. That's awesome. But Guys, if you don't know what this is, so from the Action Force SAS video, you would have seen the silent attack. So the SAS guy in the kayak. This is the much rarer 1985 release, which was coloured in a brown tan colour. This is a very rare toy, and I believe in the UK this was sold with Recondo in 1985. Dude, that's awesome, George. And we have George again. How do you know exactly what I do and don't have in my collection? We've got a HISS tank driver, and I've wanted this guy for quite some time, because in the Action Force world, he became the Hyena driver in '85. I think so originally he was sold with Red Jackal, the recolor of the UK recolor of Destro. Then he was repackaged to include the traditional HISS tank driver, a figure that I don't have. And to help me complete Action Force 1982, we have got the parachute for the US paratrooper, one of the few accessories missing from the 1982 collection. You'll notice I wasn't able to show this in the video. I showed an image that I got offline of the US paratrooper in the original deluxe card back. This is awesome, and this is in really good nick, George. Thank you very much, man. George, what are you doing here? I'm talking to George the cat. He must have been... He wants to get out. You have to wait there a minute, George. I can't get out. We've got an Action Annual 98. Oh, I used to have this one, George. I remember this cover. Action Annual from 1981. I love the smell of an old annual. Matt Ludi says, an incredible live stream. Thank you, Matt. And I get the pun as well. Oh, no way. George has also sent me here an original card back for the Commando action figure. The 2 Power action figure. What's this? Oh, it's the Action Force mini comic. Look at that artwork. Oh, and we got an Action Force promotion on the back. And speaking of the red, here we've got a comic version of the Red Shadow to go with the Red Shadow there. Dude, this is so cool, George. And this has got like Red Shadow Frogman in it, a bit like that custom that Scuba Pete sent me. See this? Like Red Shadow eels. And we've got Action Force join the team. So another bit of, and I love all this kind of promotional paperwork. I've got like a whole drawer full of Action Man stuff. I don't have too much Action Force stuff. George, this is amazing, man. I'm going to eat skips and frazzles the rest of the day. Retro Blasting says, yeah, this is great, and the image quality of the stream is top shelf. And it hasn't frozen. It's worked finally. I'm not using OBS anymore, although OBS is free, and I've got to pay a subscription to. So StreamYard is free, guys, but you have a StreamYard logo that should be up there, and the maximum you can stream in is 720p. You got to pay a monthly subscription to stream in 1080p, but this is the way of the future. This is how we are streaming all the live streams from now on. We're using StreamYard because this is great. Like I like putting up the being able to put the comments on the screen and share screen to other images and stuff like that. Scuba Pete says, will I post those images on Patreon? Which images, man? Which are you talking about? I'm definitely going to be taking some photos of this this awesome Red Shadow custom. George, this is amazing. I love these original card back. Look at that Zodiac. It's got the price sticker on this Commando one. Zodiac Toys, £1.49. I can't wait to get the parachute on the parachutist. Can't wait to get this Red Shadow all decked out and take some photos. I've got Checkpoint Alpha and I've got the Action Force one. So cool. What an awesome stream today. I've really enjoyed this one. What am I missing here? Jody, good to see you. Hi, Jody. All right, guys. An incredible Hulk stream. I think the main thing I really wanted to talk about with the Incredible Hulk stuff today was my love of the TV show and of what the character was during that era. But it's turned into Red Shadows and Action Force again, and I'm going to eat my skips, and I've got to go work on a Star Wars Folly script. I don't know what to say. I'm speechless. You've done it to me again, George. I'm astounded. Scuba Pete, thank you very much for the super chat. He says, thanks for 2 nights of analog awesomeness. You're very welcome. I really enjoyed my chat with Bobby Valley yesterday. We actually stayed on after the show for like close to another hour. We probably could have kept the show running, but I knew it was getting late over there and I didn't want to hold him for too long. So Michael Schaefer, you're too kind. You're too kind. Right, guys, I'm going to go and make myself a fresh cup of tea. I'm going to finish eating these skips. I'm going to get Ripcord and Checkpoint Alpha straight into the collection. I'm going to take some photos of this. I need to send a message to Alistair Leslie. I haven't seen him in the chat. I need to thank him for this amazing Red Shadow and make sure that he knows it was opened on the stream. And so when I came in here and shut the door to start the stream, King George V must have been asleep under the bed, and he's just come out now and he's looking at me. He wants out of the room, or he's going to start chewing up his cardboard boxes. So I better go. All right, guys, you all have a fantastic weekend. Hope to see you on the Retroblasting live stream tomorrow if I can get up early enough. If not, I'll be watching the replay. And yeah, a lot of cool stuff planned for 2021. I'm not promising a fully produced video anytime soon. As I said, I want to kick off 2021 with a big bang. You may get you may get a short video about this amazing custom, but beyond that, guys, stay safe, take care of one another, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.